Master up top.
You just had to hope for Umaru to actually sit there and do the body slam. But we are started off here. We were partially right. We got a Strago, Shadow, and a Terra. And obligatory isn't even random as the Strago came with lore.
Yep. Oh, and with a Grand Train.
Okay, well, we got a Terra with sword tech. So we're pretty happy there. We've got both magical and physical. The sword tech kind of being a mix of both.
Oh, the VK.
Stunner.
That Judge Joe gets there. So
Well,
yeah, it's good split of abilities and lots of free checks. So
yeah, and I'm feeling a lot of runners. I mean, some runners you see it starting Terra. Where do you go first? You just sit there. You go. Yeah, you have your shadow. You're gonna do your freebies. You know, name of the game. Do your freebies. Do your objectives. Well, don't really have objectives in this right now. We just gotta find 9 espers, 6 characters, and that's our objective. We got Terra, like sealed gate. A lot of loot in there. Like that is going to be some creme de la creme stuff in there, hopefully. As we see Judge Joe making his way to the armory.
well, let's see how good of a loot down there. I mean, Thunder Rod's always nice to see.
Yeah, Rod's always a Mega Elixir. Always good to see one of those. Some earrings. Get a ribbon for sale. I mean, hey, we got a set of earrings for our Strago that's got Grand Train.
Yeah, 2 earrings, a Thunder Rod, a Elixir, Mega Elixir, bunch of stuff to sell. So if they run into anything good in the first couple shops, they'll be able to buy it.
Oh, the loaded shop there for Nobody War. All the rods plus shurikens there sitting in World Balance South Figaro. You saw some ice rods in there, maybe even fire rods. Like, it was just the rods for sale for days.
Yeah, if you get that many rods, does this change how you're going to route? Are you going to try and fit in maybe an early dragon? Get that early boost?
For Judge Joe with the double earrings, the hero ring there. I mean, get some scaling up, take an early dragon, get your levels on Terra, who's got the sword tech, at least sword tech 4, maybe even upwards of 5 or 6 for sword tech 6 for Stunner. It's her natural match. Remember, Victor's only 31 right now, but can easily get that up with the equipment she can use.
Maybe get an Esper to help out along the way.
Exactly. Biggest thing would be finding an EXP egg. You get an EXP egg, you slap that EXP egg instantly on that Terra.
Yep, just have her levels go crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So it'd always nice to run into a Scion to get Dome of Dream to help out also, but...
Oh, of course. You're not going to hit 72 for Cleave. I mean, you could with an experience egg, but it's really not within the normal realm.
Yeah, even with an XP egg, the highest I've seen, at least for myself, is in the 50s. So
yeah, I mean, you turn you'll find like Gigantos and like we've always heard the joke you see Gigantos as the monster box, but sometimes those can be random encounters. Like you have either at the Kefka at Narsh or at like Double Defense. You see one of those, you take on every single encounter there because they just so much experience.
Get a Esper for Judge Joe. Whenever he ends up taking a look, we'll see how that is. But yeah, early grind fights that give a boatload of experience just break the game, it feels like.
Oh, yeah, that's usually the biggest thing is, you start off at level 3, which is pretty low level, and then as you start making checks that actually will gain progression, so Esper's characters are going to increase the scaling of your bosses. At some point in time, you want to take out some random encounters, or maybe a dragon, as they only scale so high, to catch up. You don't want to be level 3 going up against a boss that's, level 30. That doesn't work out too well in your favor.
Yeah, everybody's had that moment where you're first starting out and you just get a bunch of characters with free checks, end up doing 5 free checks, go to your first one, and then just get deleted by scaling.
Yep.
It's definitely
done that.
Definitely true. I think I got my mic working. Can you all hear me?
Oh, we can hear you, Fritz. Can you hear us? Is your computer no longer on the Fritz? Hey!
Oh, yeah.
Okay, well, I will leave you two to commentating. Have fun.
Yeah, thanks for filling in. Doing a great job there. very good point on scaling. I was definitely hearing we have some early power in terms of rods for sale and having a grand terrain lore in our pocket.
Yeah, with double earrings or even like a hero ring earrings, or I saw a gold hairpin picked up as well, so we can reduce the MP cast. So we definitely got some early game power on that Strago. I didn't see his magic stat, but yet double earrings. Do you really care?
No, we just need to get enough MP to start casting that grand train, and that's really viable all the way to end game.
Mm-hmm. Well, I've always thought, the difference between Grand Train and Train. I really think that the animations should be swapped around, because you think Grand, you think Golden. Why does Train have to be the Golden one?
Yeah, and it looks very similar to Dark Matter in Chrono Trigger, Magus's ultimate magic. So I feel like there's a link between those lineages somehow.
Ooh, we've got Cyclor taking on a spicy fight, a Barbie Samurai, and that could be a bit spicy because I think the Samurai can have trade-off, and that Barbie could end up throwing some stuff in our face for lots of damage.
Yeah, we'll see. It's one of those like risk rewards where we know that encounter is a good one, but we also know it can be dangerous.
Yes, definitely. But I think taking out the Barbie first there, like, gets a sketch, Doom misses it.
I think that's some good knowledge of sketch there.
Yeah, definitely knowing what to possibly sketch for some extra damage. I mean, it's some of those small time abilities that you don't think of using, sketch or control, can actually still be pretty useful.
And I see chat answering our question earlier. Strago having the high 30s to low 40s, which is good enough.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I saw Terra's figure was at 31 for her good old sword tech.
Yeah, even if we can get that sword tech to 6, like that alone is probably enough offense to get us to the tower between Terra and Strago.
Yeah, it looks like Sarkor is following in Joe's steps and doing sealed gate. Nobody wore right behind him. I mean, you got Terra. It's a lot of loot there. Where else are you going to find that much loot so condensed?
Yeah, let's wildly speculate where our runners are going to kind of go once they get their free checks out of the way. I would be floating continent would be tempting me a little bit with our abilities that we have. I would feel pretty confident in getting through anything.
Yeah, I can definitely see Floating Continent being a good play. I mean, we do have one VK. I don't know if anybody is able to equip that VK, but I mean, maybe buying out some monster boxes for that Katana Soul.
I could also see you doing like Ebbets into Burning House or vice versa if I was feeling like I wanted to go with a little bit of like maybe an off meta play, so to speak.
Yeah, because Burning House is just, it feels real bad, but it could be, for some reason, it seems like such a long check. I mean, yeah, Floating Continent's just as long, but I don't know, there's just something about that Burning House. But if it's rock, I mean, that's another one that's also just, you got to get a little bit of lucky there and get all that coral as quickly as possible.
Yeah, definitely. Sometimes with the checks that I don't prefer as much, I kind of try to do those early because it gets harder over time to go do the checks that we don't like to do. And so especially in like a group race, I will tend to try to, not every time, but I don't know, 50-50, go do a painful check before I go do, my fun fasties.
Yeah, but does that also save from the fact, if you know your opponents a little bit, knowing, oh, I know that this person hates doing Ebbets Rock, they're just going to be never do it. I should do that to counteract them. Something I can gain overhead of them. The metagaming, so to speak.
Yeah, that's what's interesting about having the league and racing against the same group of people, is you kind of learn that people's different tendencies over time, and usually that we have some sort of event in between league seasons that are kind of more of like usually one-on-one racing base, and that's where that interesting knowledge can come into play, is like knowing your opponent can allow you to like plan a route differently than you might in a complete vacuum.
Mm-hmm. Now, looking like we got a spicy encounters here at Burning House. Retainers with the other version of the Ogars.
Oh no, yeah, this is smoke bomb warp stones. If I had like an early Fenrir or Phantom, then I consider taking the fight, but
yeah, there's a trade-off. Strago's down and out for the count for Joe. Do we have a Revivify? That's the question. If we have a Revivify, we can, Oh, yeah, we're actually through the fight here. I'm gonna get some decent experience from this. I need to try and skip the next few, because that could be scary. We've got retainers with, trade-off, and then also shock.
yeah, we wouldn't want to press our luck too much with those, but the person who really needs experience, the big time most, is Terra. That's who we want to keep up, if at all possible.
Yeah, that sword tech just
this is like a
getting levels for
here,
that damage.
And if we find a lore user, Burning House will have delivered us
our
landslide.
Our Strago is vanilla. He has lore. So we started off with that. So that's
yes,
we got double earring for him.
Magical knowledge of the ancients.
I think you're meaning to have rage, where we've got the retainer for shock.
Yeah, and Prussian is also landslide, which is a nice non-elemental hard-hitting magic ability.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, for the first 13 minutes of the scene, like we've had some divergence, but we've also came right back into the same. We had two people at Burning House. Everybody's gone and done Guild Gate. I want to see some more divergence. Someone go to Floating Continent before anybody else.
Yeah, have we seen any Zen Esper prices yet, or anyone?
We did see his one Zen price for 64,000.
Okay, so nearly max. So that's, I feel like, going to be a pass for everyone.
Yeah, so no, that's what I saw. I don't know about the other world. It was only one of those 64. But it's like, you want to check it in a little balance so you can see whether or not it's a glowing stone or not. And if it's a glowing stone, it's like, maybe if I'm, one Esper away from go, I'll sell everything I can to try and buy it.
Yeah, because with these abilities, it would be tempting to try to increase scaling as much as possible with like easy fast checks, and then going to Zozo. I like this. A little bit of a swerve. It's one of those things that I think develops over just playing the game a lot, is like listening to what the seed is providing you and adjusting scaling strategies accordingly, where if we have strong magic powers like a lore and or rods we can buy, we know we can be real aggressive. If we got nothing for commands and nothing to swing, then we probably need to be careful, right? Like, so that's something that I think, like, even towards the end of an Ultros League season, that everyone's a little bit more on those vibes, and so far I think we've seen some pretty top-notch play out of this potion division.
Oh yeah, 100%. It was like Joe finally taking out the ghost train here at the end of Burning House. We unfortunately cannot Chuplex. We don't have a Blitz user. Much Sag. See, not valid. He gets rewarded with a Rama, so it's another Esper for us. Won't have anything grandiose on there for spells, maybe? Hopefully?
Yeah, lacking instant death, but I'm curious if we'll see any use of the if we have access to the sword tech that does like fractional damage, we can use that on Ghost Train as like an opening move to do a solid. Yeah, we have a snail.
Yeah. Well,
love to see it now versus in like the tower.
Oh yeah, 100%. It's just welcome feel real slow. The fact that we majorly have like a lot of single target stuff is kind of nice. We're not having to worry about hitting that shell all the time.
One thing I've observed, like, on Judge Joe is a player of many JRPG randomizers, and some of them are, you know, are a little bit more execution intense. And I think what I've seen from people that have played other randos first and then come to Worlds Collide is the routing idea of kind of like trying to fly the airship for the least amount of time to like do the checks in like physical clusters. And that includes, I think I've seen like several of the like free enterprise veterans will just kind of take dragons if they're in the area, you know, like as opposed to like always saving them for the end or always doing them early. So it's just interesting that, and that's part like why I love the game, is really that like there's a lot of different ways to win a race and go fast.
Yeah, in this particular season, we had a huge free enterprise wave. I know I'm actually, you know, one of those free enterprise racers, and it comes from you mentioned the aspect of, you know, routing, where it's you're trying to stay, you know, get your checks one right after another. It comes with routing. You're trying to minimize, you know, time loss, and you know, there's menu time that you can try to reduce, but the easiest thing you can try to reduce is your airship time and transitioning between both the World of Balance and World of Ruin. For free enterprise, it, you know, transitions between 3 different locations. So trying to reduce what times you can to try to get a little bit of edge against your opponents, definitely something that can, you know, a lot of people can work on in some general aspect. There are some people that are perfect, but are you ever really perfect?
Yeah, I think it's subtle, but like suboptimal airship piloting can cost, you know, 3 to 5 minutes easily over the course of a seed if we're like flipping worlds frequently. And so that's something once we get the routing basics. Ooh, spicy chicken.
Yeah, spicy chicken. We got a Torado there for Nobody War. Trying to catch back up and see what was actually on that Esper. And some extra MP, which is nice. I did see on the Esper on Rama we did get Merton. So I mean we have the spell, we just don't have any equipment for it right now.
Yeah, and a Valiant knife that nobody can use.
Much Sag.
Speaking of
Joe's
spicy chicken,
in Ebbett's Rock.
At Ebbett's Rock, after our RPG limit break race, I went out with Gar and PB&J Please, and we had, in fact, spicy chicken to celebrate. Great race. I highly recommend it.
Yes, we just got a peek there from Cyclor on the Zen Thief. I happen to miss it here.
Dragonhorn, okay.
Okay, so 46. So we've got 64 and 46. No.
Yeah, it's both pretty expensive. I noticed that there were some big money items in the Narsh treasure room. So I mean, I think at some point that's viable, but probably not right now. And I will say
Yeah.
Judge Joe doing a good job of like maximizing their turns here. And recognizing that like Shadow is not really doing much for them right now in this fight. I would love to see that Thunder Rod busted because we got to get past this guy.
I thought he already cracked. Oh, no, he didn't crack the rod. Okay. I mean, the
I
only
guess
thing the Shadow's
29
looking for is
MP
an extra
grand
target.
trains. That's pretty cheap. But that hair must have that hairpin going on.
Yeah. I'm guessing it'd be just being able to
Nice.
reduce that, but we are through the spicy chicken. Oh, and we've got a dogs and a nobody war's side at
Ooh.
wealth check.
Yeah, this guy can hit hard at any scaling.
And it looks like Mog was at Umaru's location.
Okay. Yeah, they are weak to the 3 main elements. So even throwing like a flame saber on a jumper will do some nice bonus damage against them.
Yeah, let's see, we ended up picking up a dragon horn there in the Narsh treasury. So we've got dragoon boots and dragon horn.
Yeah, I think Shadow's jumping with the stunner, which is a pretty high power, like battle power weapon, all things considered.
Yeah, and the chance to possibly stop on top of that, like that works.
Yeah, I mean, we know where spicy chicken is, and stop is pretty big. And yeah, with the tower.
Yeah, what does this? I think Joe's going up the stairs, the good old FF7 stairs.
I think we found an Esper that learned us some spells.
Yeah, we had Bolt 2, Merton. I think we have Ice 3 on somebody. Ooh. Oh, there's the EXP egg.
What a pull.
It puts it on Shadow.
Interesting.
Shadow's got... That is very interesting. I'm quite curious on that. I have to ask him about that.
Good. Very good.
Yeah, I mean, Terra or Strago would be my choice for that experience sake. I think I'd go
if
Terra.
we're going to turn him into a jumper, yeah, thought about it. I mean, I like the fast decision, you know? To be like,
okay, if we turn him into a jumper, if we can wield a good spear or something like that would be nice. So, I mean... Or do we turn Strago into a jumper with that Aura Lance?
I mean, it's a good option, but his Grand Train is going to be better for like most of the time. Mm-hmm. So I like moving over to the double earrings. Oh, we got Fire 3 and stuff too. We got plenty of magic. This was yeah, this makes sense big time.
Yeah, we got magic for days. We got all the major level 3 spells we could ever need. Like major ones just being Ice 3 and Fire 3. And they're going down to Spell Dragon.
Yeah, I see we have a Berserk on an early Esper too, so early magic power, early firepower overall.
Oh,
Minerva for our troubles.
Well,
yeah, this seed is really going to be about who can press the gas.
Yeah.
The whole time, and it's very hard sometimes.
Oh yeah, it's quite difficult to just step the gas and constantly have your foot on that gas, just go 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 go. And I don't mean the character.
Yeah, there's certainly things in the back of our runners' heads that they're like, okay, well I don't have all of my Kefka tools yet, but that's like later problem, right? And it's kind of like, how do I pour rocket fuel into my race engine? Kefkin. Yeah, this is some interesting divergence here. And we're seeing floating continent as well. This is a pretty good encounter.
Yeah, I know we were doing Walk check into, you know, Kefka Narsh. Like, it's one of those that, when are you ever coming back to Kefka Narsh? We've seen Mog at Umaru's check. So, like, coming back here to do Lone Wolf and Mog defense, you know, might as well do Kefka Narsh while you're here. It feels bad when you've only got 3 characters.
Yeah, there's really only one boss that would be very, very bad here, and I won't speak it until we see it.
I'll speak it into existence, the tentacles.
It wasn't me. I want to be on the record here.
You were thinking it, though.
Because I've just had, in, like, our last event, we had 2 character starts, and we had a seed that was gated by tentacles here for the character 3. And so, like, it was a 1v4 situation.
Oh, yeah.
At lower levels is, like, wild, but...
I will stand on record. I brought this commentator's curse on.
We have a lot of elemental magic, and if we have good knowledge of, like, who's weak to that magic, then this should be doable.
You can break one, and you have all 3 spells for the other ones. No, you don't have poison, because one of them's weak to poison.
Meanwhile, Stooges would be a tough early one to find too.
Yeah, Stooges
taking some damage, but we're still standing. We're low on magic.
Yeah, we took out the major one. The one that is going to be the biggest problem we have. Running out of MP is going to be a problem here. Hopefully that was the counter Megavolt for the death. Nope. Oh, we've got elixirs. We've got Mega Elixir even, so we're fine.
Yeah, that's a win there. This number 128 is probably going to go down pretty quickly. And nobody were in an epic fight right now with the tentacles.
Yeah.
Yeah, the sword tech is just not got the power that we're looking for.
No.
We are running low on Phoenix Sounds too.
Okay, so we want to get Dispatch and, you know, maybe Retort, but that's really about it. That would be useful in that sword tech. Number 128 down for Cyclor. Into Chad. Oh.
Yeah, that's if we have a Fire 3, then it shouldn't be too bad, but always a huge amount of hit points to get through. And a lot, probably tier 2, you know, we're talking Bolt 2, Megavolt territory.
Yeah, we got Fire 3. We're good. We're gonna crack those on there and say goodbye to Chad. But Joe getting through those Stooges gets rewarded with the Gal. Now what does Gal have? No fight command. Does he have throw? Does he have, you know, capture? What's he got? I'm waiting in anticipation.
Throw.
Throw. Okay.
That's just more jet fuel, really, for our...
Yeah, Gal, you are on the party now. Meanwhile, Nobody War, putting on a clinic, getting through those tentacles with a 2-party team.
Yeah, this is great fighting. Unfortunately, it's... he only has the one. Okay, so it's not... We know there's another one around, but it was a dead check, so quite a bit of time to get, you know, a nice-to-have armor, I would say.
Yeah, nice to have Minerva. I mean, quite possibly the best armor in the game.
So here's the thing about this Velt that's about to happen. We've seen some bad stuff in terms of, like, mobs, and so we're going to see them again, maybe.
Yeah. Okay. Mad Oxer, that's fine. Yeah, we got Throw Gal, and I didn't see his stats, but, like, do you really care. just get him some levels. He'll be fine.
Yeah, I'm curious. Okay, nobody wargoing is gonna go see. Oh, there's a gal here.
Dark Lord checking out the monster in a box here. Finds just a presenter.
Double checking. Okay, that was a really fast check. I was like, dang. Filing that away. I was like, okay.
Yeah, I mean, I feel confident enough in their abilities with the magic that they have, or restoratives for your magic.
Yeah, we can't get. I see in chat we can't get experience on the belt, and so like, we don't. We don't have to worry
Okay,
about egg.
we have a go-go, so we have more throwing, more fuel.
Yeah, I mean, throw go is a good one. It's a good one. I don't think we've seen the high quality throwables,
I did see shurikens for sale. I don't know if I saw any of the skeins yet or not.
like strength esper, but he could also mimic Grand Train. So it's like Gogo's power is his versatility.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you may not be able to raise his stats like everybody else, but I think the versatility definitely makes up for
Pretty
that.
wide like equipment pool. Like it wouldn't shock me if he could equip the Valiant Knife either.
We can see what's going to be in the Cave of the Veld, or even on Floating Continent. Like our character options are getting limited here, like Lee River, which nobody ever does. Cave of the Veld's not a character.
So I'm a big fan of Lee River, especially having like Grand Train, having like anti-Magi Master options makes me pretty confident in going on a river raft adventure. I probably wouldn't do Burning House if I was going to do that, and so it's kind of like picking between which
pick
one
your grind. It's essentially at that point, all three give Floating Continent, Burning House, and Lee River all have random encounters. Like pick your grind. Which one are you going to do?
It's pretty wise to take the save. I've gotten in the habit of not, and I've definitely paid the price from time to time of really getting my face checked at my weapon boss spot.
Oh, getting let's say doom gazed. Because doom gaze loves.
Yeah, that would be the particularly worst. This is fine. We've got piranhas in the
cave, developed in the cave.
Cave piranhas, classic.
Yeah, we got Vargas here at the Atma spot. Nothing too terrible, really. I mean, what other nasty bosses are out there besides the other two statues? Really, with our equipment, not much, to be honest. At least with the spells.
Yeah, the equipment and the offense, like.
I think it's more of just time-consuming bosses at that time. So I mean, like.
And then Doom Gaze at like the wrong time.
Doom Gaze at the wrong time. Rexel would be another one. Oh, did Joe not take the EXP egg off of Shadow to put on anybody? Oh no.
It may be. He hasn't been back to the airship since he did the switcheroo, and this is not a high experience fight either, so like
no,
the cost is still not that big. It's really like if we forget for a while, especially having like a thrower that we want to get online.
But just having that sit there, the longer it sits there, the higher chance it's going to leave your mind, and you're never going to remember about it.
There are definitely trade-offs in keeping our menu time low, and I think that's completely justifiable. Like, I'll do it, but I'm doing it the next time I'm on the airship. I'm not making like a trip out of the way to go do it.
You didn't talk to the dog.
Yeah, we're gonna.
Shame on you, Joe.
It's the last race of the season.
Got it.
We're trying to go real fast. Let's look at the equipment here.
Yeah. There's going fast, but it takes what, half a second to pet the dog. If it comes down to half a second, it's gonna be a tie. Like,
okay, I can justify that. Or if I think Joe's thinking I got the offense I need and I need money to maybe go buy an Esper.
yeah, still the vine. That's a spicy. But yeah, I mean, what's his Esper count? He's got five characters, 5 Espers.
And we don't have we haven't located an offering.
Yeah.
Palor.
I'm probably hoping to find like a strength Esper or
Life 2. We've seen Life 3, so I guess we have like our calmness covered.
We got Palador. We got calmness covered with Palador, right?
Like, well, sort of, right? Like, whereas these monsters at higher levels, nobody were getting the heck out of there against the Retainer fight. I can't
we got Steven with Magitech on Floating Continent.
Oh, he can use the BK though. Now that could be big.
Yeah, it can definitely be a game changer there for Cyclor. Already knows that Floating Continent doesn't have, console, but we just got the savings, so we've got at least 2 more.
Yeah, I mean that makes things a lot wider, in particular of like 7 has a lot of consistently like pretty quick checks too.
4 actually, because we got Ghost Train, Imperial Camp, and then 2 in Collapsing House. I mean, we've got total options there. A lot of those are quick. Some are free. Some have some experience associated to them. So +1, you can peek and reset out if you don't want to do it.
Yeah, we're thinking about it. We're gonna peek first. I like this. We're probably looking for another character, and so peeking this one while we're over here, jumping down the falls. Imperial Camp is one that I would be like, how are my levels? If I wasn't feeling great about it, I might do that. But I think everyone's probably feeling pretty good about their power levels at this point.
Oh yeah, I mean the amount of spells we've gotten, and nobody just ran over that Ghost Train.
It is Fenrir.
That's
a good, probably a
Fenrir.
keep.
Yeah, like that is with Life 3. That calmness protection guaranteed, either by casting Life 3 or just using the summon. You could use Fenrir to get past 10 hits and cast Life 3 in her party. So I mean, yeah, I could definitely see taking this.
It looks like we have some flying mechs in the trench on Joe's side.
Look, they're training to be submariners, okay? They're cross-trained, okay? So they're normally in the sky, but now they're training to be underwater. But I mean, yeah, this Serpent's Trident has been, quite free so far. But I know Joe's not one to shop very much, so he may not have seen any of the schemes or throwables, and is just going to keep any extra weapons he has to throw it at Kefka.
Yeah, I mean, generally, if we don't sell weapons, usually we can have enough in our inventory to like get through like the tower and Kefka. It will put a pinch on our like overall money levels. Nobody wore taking the Opera House Dragon while they're in the neighborhood.
Yeah. I mean, high tier item, extra experience. Yeah. I feel like you need the levels to catch up. I think it's always the Opera House Dragon is one of those very interesting dragons I always like to think of, because it's a dragon that you can access straight from the get-go. You can increase your scaling, and then take on the dragon, catch right back up. I see a lot of people doing that as well, where they'll just do as many free checks as possible and then take out like that Opera House Dragon, catch back up, and then steamroll the rest of the seed. Because they found Espers that have magic on them. And therefore, magic is king in 6.
Yeah, I saw Judge Joe picked up Shurikens, and it looks like an Esper at the end of Serpent Trench. It looks like they might be heading up Narsh to do well. We know Kefka and Narsh was actually a dead check. So if they do everything that's on the board here, some of those will not pay off.
No, we got Ulti 2.
Nobody were going to pick up their Gao now.
I mean, sometimes you just gotta bite the bullet and go, okay, where's my 6th character? That's just what I got. Here it is.
Yeah, I think when they first got there, they hadn't learned magic on everyone yet, and so it made sense to like go do some other stuff and then come back as soon as we were like, yeah, I got magic for days.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we've had all the magic spells, and so I mean, this is gonna be one of those seeds. Like, you can kind of tell the way the seed wants you to go. It's like either A, it's gonna give you all the spells on early game Espers, or it's gonna give you nothing. And so you're really gonna have to.
Okay.
You're gonna have to, read into that and go, okay, I need to find weapons. I need to get some levels for physicals. Because I'm not going to have the spell option.
Yeah, we haven't seen like any magic boosting Espers, I don't think. And I think the big question of this race is character 6 definitely Sabin on Floating Continent, or is there like another alternative character that our runners can get? Because like, if Joe has to go there, I imagine they're going to go to a lot of other places before they do, looking for character 6.
Yeah, I mean, if you want a freebie, you could do Go-Go. You're just going to Go-Go. I mean, what I've always heard is with 6, the randomization is geared towards, any new character that you get, it's a higher chance of that character providing you with another character. So Go-Go does have a higher chance of providing a character.
Yeah, definitely. Go-Go check, not a personal favorite of mine, just due to sometimes that guard just doesn't want to get out of the way for long, frustrating periods of time.
Oh, yeah, we've all been trolled by that middle guard. He's just like, I'm going to stay on the left. I'm going to stay on the left. You can't get past me. Nah, 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 nah. He's just like, get out of my way! But I mean, then you have Floating Continent, which is guaranteed progression. Is the biggest thing that Floating Continent brings to the table. It's, guaranteed to have either an Esper or a character.
Yeah, I mean, Joe's sitting at 5-7. They're going to still be at 5-7 after this. It would be a tempting option. Just like, I'm 3 progression away. I got a pretty good chance of finding it on Floating Continent and being like in go mode coming off of it.
And we found the gold katana soul sitting here in Cave of the Vault, or Cave on the Vault.
Huge.
Yeah, Cyclore's got that VK for, that's Sabin who can use it.
It's gonna speed up.
I think I've seen
everything else
HP Esper
in front of them.
Yeah, going for the sketch strats. Will we get Slayer's Edge? We failed twice so far. Oh, looks like Joe did find
good power though.
Fire schemes somewhere, so they pick up those. I did see that.
They must have flipped over. Did they flip over to World of Balance? Or World of Ruin Narsh and run up the...
Yeah, they're taking an Ice Dragon right now, doing Tri-Talk, which could be an Esper or...
Oh, no. That was... What?
That was a Tyranitar at that point.
Okay.
And not a Dirt Dragon.
I got really yeah. I thought that was Dirt Dragon, and they had already.
Yeah, it was
blown
a
through
pincer
here.
attack. It was a that looked like Dirt Dragon, but it wasn't. We've been bamboozled.
There's a lot of weight tricking going on, and it means that we don't get to see like monster names a lot of the time. It's
Yeah,
also
but
a sign of like there's a lot of like good action economy going on from all of our racers here tonight.
yeah, with how what's the wording I'm thinking of here? How pivotal weight tricking can be. Minimizing your enemy turns, increasing your turns because you're not allowing their ATB to increase. Just in some aspects, min-maxing your damage and reducing your incoming damage.
Yeah, we are hitting like the 45-minute mark. Like if we look at our average times, we're about halfway through the average seed for this division. And so, like, I expect Nobody War is following in the path of Judge Joe. If they keep opening the chests on the way down, they'll find their experience egg. Because it's the next one down, I'm pretty sure.
It was literally the first door that shows up in that chest. The one after.
Yeah,
it was a EXPA
Bam.
Tempest Elixir.
Love it. So I think they're going to follow where Joe has already tread. They're going to go Gout checks, get their Go-Go, and an Esper. And then from there, it's kind of up in the air where they might go. Joe's going for Go-Go.
Yeah.
Having gotten nothing at Kefka and Narsh, but some good armor.
Again, it's one of those aspects of like Go-Go's the newest character, higher chance of giving a character. And if it doesn't, I could definitely see him doing Floating Continent, which is something I know he's not a huge fan of doing. But when you're sitting there at 7-5, 7 Espers, 5 characters, 3 total checks there, you could get 2 Espers and a character. You could get your gun load on Floating Continent. And in this case, I think it literally is 2 Espers and a character there.
Yeah.
Hey, Cycler, pet the doggo. Chat is happy. We are happy. And Joe getting the luck there.
Was not even paying attention. Was bribed. That was very
aggravating.
It made it look very easy. Sometimes it is sometimes very easy. Ooh. I always save before the smush room. If I am thinking about touching any of those chests, it's just very easy to get caught.
Well, I've actually gotten caught in that mid-center section on the last available frame.
Golem, okay.
With strength.
+2.
Strength +2, yeah.
Very good for our thrower or our sword tech user.
That's the question. Who do you put? I think you put on the sword tech user.
I would.
But he's already got the experience.
Throw is faster and defense piercing. Sword tech 7 is, but it's just like slower to charge up. So it's like there's not a wrong choice there, but like I think one of them is maybe slightly faster than the other one.
Right. For me, it comes down to, okay, I can throw some shurikens for 8k to single target, or I can do quadra slice and do 3 or 3.5 4 different times across multiple, so I can spread my damage around and the tiers for Kefka.
Yeah, that's definitely true. Sword tech 7 will let us like burst over 10,000 damage in a turn if properly equipped with the strength boost, and we got a character in Mobley's Celeste.
Well, there goes goodbye Floating Continent for Joe, because It gives you a free check with why can't I think of it?
Yeah, he's got the
Mansion
freebie in the
and stuff there.
basement, and then
Yep.
the front two and Magitech are pretty fast and close together.
Yeah.
And we could warp out if we get the first one. All right, second appearance, Spicy Chicken. This one's higher scaled. We don't have Sword Tech 6. We do have VK offering, so I think this guy's gonna go down pretty fast.
Did we just? Okay. Never mind. It's the Moblez. It's gonna be Ultros. I'm looking at them like, did Ultros just show up on the Veld? No. It's the Moblez. I mean, we've already seen Ulti 4. Ulti 4 is at the end of Train.
Let's look at the slots.
Yeah.
So Nobody War will be at 6 characters, 5 Espers after they get their dried meat check.
I don't think that I think, me personally, looking at the party members of what we have right now with the abilities, like I think the final party members for guaranteed Strago is going to be in everybody's endgame party. Terra, 100%. It comes down to the extras, for Joe and for Cyclor. Even like Nobody War, it's probably going to be Gao as well. Is remember that 4th character. We've got Savin for a few people. We've got Go-Go and Cells for others. I don't think Cells is going to be the end,
Yeah,
at
I
the
think
end of the game.
yeah, Sabin just learned quick, and they have the firepower to shred everything. I think we're gonna see a little double check in Zen here, like collapsing house, and also Esper acquisition if we have the cash.
Yeah, 64,000. I believe it was in the World of Ruin. 46 in balance.
Nobody War got their Go-Go and are heading to the basement to see what is there. Joe heading to now is an actual World of Ruin Narsh to get potentially their final Esper at Tritalk. I like that play. Get a dragon along the way. And warp out after we got Locke, who can also use a VK.
Yeah, Vanilla used the VK.
I think it's like without having the proper kit already found, it would feel maybe we don't have a Moogle Charm on. These will throw stuff, but I think
Slam Dancers.
We wanted magic points.
Yeah, I think I was just working on getting that, 80B a little bits here and there, Gotta learn that last spell. You ever taken random encounters in Kefka's Tower to learn a spell just before the tiers?
Oh, definitely. Both to either get off a level divided by 5 or to learn Berserk before a Magimaster I ran into.
I've
Never
done
by
it once.
choice.
I did it once by choice where I was I wanted to either a quick or life 3 on.
Oh, here's the magical man themselves. We do have Berserk, so this is not going to be much of a battle. Offering our ammo weapon. Taking the ammo.
Yeah, we took the ammo.
We have Terra, so we can get the other one too.
Yeah, that's another check for getting to that 22. Okay, Joker. Good old wham. I love wham, right?
Okay, so based on the tracker, it looks like Collapsing House was a dead check.
Yeah.
Or an empty check.
I just know it
Yeah.
wasn't a character. I didn't
I
catch.
pay to get Palador, so they're at 4-8. They're unfortunately just like really wanting those characters. And if they get their eyes on Gao, they do have a very fast path to get to 6.
Mhm.
And I don't think Palador was also an empty check then. Collapsing House was a shield, okay.
Yeah, let's see. Where's Joe gonna be?
Maybe they did get in. If they're going to the tower, yeah, okay. They got it.
Yeah.
Magimaster gave us an Esper.
Yeah.
Levels here are looking all right. A lot of their, they got a couple throwers in lanes.
Mm-hmm.
Straight Go's got Grand Train. Like, we've seen most of the bad stuff.
Yeah, like the worst. I think the worst monster you really find here would be like Rexel Goddess, maybe. But I
Goddess,
mean,
I
we
feel
got
like
throw, we've got magic, so it doesn't really
everyone's
mean
got
much.
fire, so it's like Behemoth, I would say maybe, but probably not actually.
No, I'm not sure about Behemoth. I don't really think of any other. I think a lot of the scary bosses got taken out early. Fumbaba, that would be one.
Yeah, they're kind of punchy, but they're gonna do a lot of lightning. We already saw, yeah, I mean, Inferno. That would be terrible, probably, for the wrong.
We've got Ice 3, though.
Doom.
Yeah, Doom.
Inferno's
Doom's the.
fine.
Oh, yeah, we got Doom here. Doom Gaze, however, that would be.
Ooh, here we go. This is gonna be. Is it bad? It is
Nope.
not bad. They've got some good elemental throwables that they're making great use out of. The Pearl and the Fire, hopefully continuing to do extra damage.
Yeah, Joe did pick up some extra, flame sabers when he picked up those shurikens. Threw that Pearl Lance just in time.
Oh, we see Celeste. So I wonder if they go straight for the basement, that'll be character 6 for them. But they're going back for the Gao that they know is here. Nope.
Oh, Gao dodging the Demon Rage.
Maybe. Saving is a good idea. Out of here. Yeah, they do have the VK offering going on.
What an amazing character that Gao being, just blocking that Demon Rage.
Yeah, that was a close one.
Yeah, it was a nail biter. Then gets through, gets to continue on, and we get to see what the statues are. Do you think we'll see any dragons being taken on here on these other two teams?
I don't know, because it's like that's raising the difficulty of our fights for everyone, while only giving us experience on, at most 2 of our main characters. So I for Judge Joe, I don't think we will, unless we are trying to get like Terra to a particular level. But I think it would be tough to get her to 40. She's at 37 right now. I guess if like an egg got moved around, it could be done, but I don't know. I think we're still just foot on the gas. Get to Kefka. And I think they have enough firepower to get through. I mean, Kefka can always decide otherwise.
Yeah.
Yeah. This standings racer is being just we told them that there's no memes allowed on their stream. That's like part of, racing on the stream is turn off your alerts and whatnot. And now they're checking to see if they still have the dog in them. I think their time is may not hold up at all to any of the runners.
Look, let your memes be dreams, okay? Or I don't really want to say the same. Memes can always be fun, because not only are racing, just for for the sake of the turn, but also to have some fun with it too.
No, it's definitely fun, and standings is our straw person that we can just kind of spice from time to time.
I will say that standings has a very decidedly average time.
Yeah, 100%. Agree. They're real middle of the road in the division.
I mean, I guess it's not your average Joe. Now we've got Cyclor coming up here, taking on the Ice Dragon. Yeah, nobody were going up here to look at Magitech Factory.
Yeah, I mean, they did find a realm, and that was a keeper, and Magitech is a quick 2 check, so if they hit Esper, then they'll be Kefka Tower bound themselves. We didn't see too many empty checks, so I feel like Skip is going to be pretty far away for everybody.
Yeah. It was all like 1 or 2 empty checks, and they were both Minerva. Top of Fanatics was... Oh, that can't be anything else.
I had like a Force Shield up there.
Yeah, it was Force Shield. It was junk.
Oh, here's Goddess. So we had 2 of the statues in the middle lane, which is where we're going to put like our best runners. Tracker chiming in. Yeah, 18 and 17 is way far away from 22.
Mm-hmm.
To get it in like 5 minutes versus walking, it would be tough. It's not like impossible, but
no, I mean, yeah, you have to think of your free checks that you have.
Like nobody will be at 20 coming out of the first 2 checks.
Joe here getting lucky. Nope, never mind. Good night, Gal. Had life 3. Maybe that. Hopefully that Gal can wear that Minerva.
That's one possibility. They could also get all of their party on one side of Goddess, so that it'll always be split when she does like AOE. If we had like
actually have with
shield,
2 people. I thought with the pincer it was split evenly left and right.
Oh, it didn't. Interesting. We're seeing Magimaster again.
Yeah.
And we know this is an Esper, so they'll be in go mode. I don't know if we're seeing if we saw Berserk though. No, we did. He's countering with.
Yeah, I saw Berserk cast on Magimaster there.
Yes, Saban is really doing work at this point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Saban.
Like that's definitely a burst of damage edge that they're rocking that nobody else has from their floating continent trip. It's going to be close.
Yeah, I mean, that's one thing I've always liked about Worlds Collide is that, it's never really over until it's actually over, because you can catch up a lot of time very, very quickly. So it may look like they're way behind, but then, something happens here at the statues that just wrecks you, and you just, your opponent just ends up catching up, because they're still working at it, and they may have found the answer that you didn't for, You know,
I feel
the
like Joe
statues.
didn't save after they did something because they're rerunning the switches again. Yeah.
Well, I think Goddess was at Guardian spot. So it's one of those tricky situations. Yeah, so like your last save point's all the way back at Inferno.
Oh yeah, so that's a bit of rerunning there.
Well, now that you know Goddess is
nobody
there,
were
you can
going
try
all the
to...
way. Oh, they're going all the way through. They must have not gotten an Esper from spot 2.
Did nobody wear do floating continent? I can't remember.
They did not do floating continent.
Okay.
They also did not do.
Because like if they did floating continent, had Saban, like I could. There's a world, you know, for the Exfer and the Tech missile.
It's unlock magic tech. Yeah, they don't have that. I mean, I could see it also being like this would be check 21. So it's just like they're using Atma offering. It's like I want levels and also this is better than fighting at 1-on-3.
Do we call this Neapolitan because it's Inferno is sitting at 128 and they're like brothers in some aspects? Should we call this like a Neapolitan randomization here?
Yeah, it's like what's the big brother of vanilla ice cream?
yeah, exactly. Like, vanilla bean maybe? New York vanilla? Do you have a favorite vanilla type of ice cream?
It's like an elevated. This is like organic, locally sourced vanilla ice cream.
And Joe going right back into Goddess here. Just want to try and take on one of the other statues. Hopefully has the answer for a Goddess this time.
The force shield moving over is going to help immensely. Hopefully getting life 3 up. Yes.
Yeah, I got life 3 up last time. What happened last time is that Goddess took out Shadow with Albania here. And then immediately did 2 gigavolts on Gal. So
yeah,
it was just real bad.
For nearly max damage with just shurikens.
And
yeah, I mean, definitely great job making, what might seem like a minor adjustment, but definitely enough to make that a lot safer and get them through on the second try.
Well, we just found Umaru.
From Baba in the skies.
Yeah, I'd rather not have Baba in the skies. That just is a very scary thought of this, swole green monster coming at you.
And Nobody War's got some physical offense that they're getting at the levels that's starting to really kind of come online there.
Oh, look, it's French vanilla.
Oh yeah, Guardians.
Guardian.
A lot of endgame bosses in the endgame dungeon. Ooh.
Yeah. Ow! That hurt.
No.
And down goes down.
No. A little, and then it just tiny punched him.
Those missiles hurt. Thankfully,
Yeah,
we're at
bad
that
luck.
point. Now, did Joe save after taking on Goddess? Is the question.
Yeah, the middle lane is
Okay.
a stacked lane. Nobody War is going to skip the first statue fight.
No, you can't skip any statue fights. You're going to skip the Inferno. Well, yeah, it's Doom there.
At
Okay.
Inferno, yeah.
I see what you did there.
Because they are definitely already at 9 characters, but then also we'll be over 22. Probably taking the dragon here, and then we're getting our third Magimaster fight out of 3. Well, we didn't see standings fight Magimaster.
Yeah. But I mean, as I mentioned earlier, like, I mean, Nobody Wars, coming right back into this, may have looked like it was behind for, in character checks and espers, but has just, pedal to the metal, gas, go, 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 and, Joe having a bit of a rough time with, the statues here.
I think
Definitely
they're in better
the
shape this time around, though.
gap is being, shrank. As our trackers mentioned, everybody unlocked Kefka unlock with Magimaster.
I mean, at this point, we've seen arguably all of the hardest bosses in the game.
Down goes Guardian for Joe. 2 statues remain. You want a Cyclor coming up,
Not far behind.
Yeah,
Like, Joe has a definite lead, but they cannot afford to run into too much trouble during Final Kefka.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Nobody War. I mean, as soon as we get Magimaster down here, it's gonna be hot on the tails of both Joe and Cyclor. So I mean, that skip could be paying dividends here.
Oh, Senior Behemoth. At high enough scaling, they do scary stuff, but I think Judge Joe has the firepower with this team to get through here.
Yeah.
Just because some of their non-elemental stuff scales up to, like, Goner.
Yeah, Goner, Merton, Hyperdrive.
Ooh.
All scary stuff.
We're going to see a quick and then double VK offering attack out of Saban here. Is it enough?
And our X-Zone missed.
It's going to be close.
Well, I mean, Saban's still like full health, so I mean, that's still some relatively decent damage with him
Okay, we
being
need
full
one
health.
more.
I'll do another quick X-Fight here.
Yeah, this will be crack pow for Goddess. Much faster Goddess fighting.
Oh, yeah. But I mean, here we have Nobody War coming in hot behind it, hot on the tails, entering in right at the statues. Did not have to do much to get there. Besides
Yeah,
skip.
it's really still fully up in the air.
Yeah. We may know how Kefka works, we may know how the tiers work, but this doesn't mean the fight's free. There is still 4 boss fights into a final boss fight left to go, and anything can go.
Yeah, I feel like we're gonna make pretty quick work of Guardian here. Looking good. Yeah, that combo of quick and Valiant Knife offering is gonna do a lot of work in the later tiers. It's a little bit scary in the first 2 tiers.
And here's Rexol on the right side for Judge Joe.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
at
they
least
got
we have throw, which is nice.
It's gonna take a sec, but I don't think they're in danger of a wipe here.
No, it's just time consuming at this point. Nobody Cyclor through Guardian's spot.
The
2
Yeti
statues
getting
remain.
the behemoth kill for Nobody War. said, I'm bringing the Yeti, and you know what? I'm gonna haste him. I'm throwing running shoes on him.
I mean, hey, high level Yeti, why not, right? People love the Yeti. I myself am not a huge fan of the Yeti. I've been burned too many times by him.
I think they're the best at what they do.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you give me starting Yeti, I'll do Coliseum early. Joe threw all 3 of his statues. We do the final re-equipping and stepping on the switches here shortly. Cycler working on Senior Behemoth right now.
Yeah, we're doing like
Still
our
has-
last fit checks here.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure we got the aspers we want. I don't know if anyone learned mute. I'd be curious if we have that from any source.
Yeah, it's like mute, IDs, and of course columnist protection are the biggest ones you want to keep. But yeah, Joe's stepping on the switches here at a good old 116.03? Something like that.
Yeah, give or take a couple of seconds. I think that's accurate. We've seen Doom. We've seen a couple different espers that gave calmness protection plus life 3. It's really that mute can just slow down tier 2 with them like countering all the time.
Yeah, we had Phantom Train that gave Fedrar. We had Golem from Go-Go.
Nobody aboard themselves dealing with Goddess.
Yeah.
Trains, and I think their Celeste's adding the weapon offering.
Mm-hmm.
Quicking. I go though.
Yeah, yeah. You got all the counter bolt edge. You're like, oh wait, this one can hit one person. Joe going for the X zone strats for the IDs, gets it
Nice.
on the first try. That Joe luck, man. That luck for Joe. It's just something else. I never have that luck with X zone.
Yeah, so tier 1, yeah, we want an instant death. The open hand, we want to fire blast to the face. We do not want to have the face and the hand die at the same time because they'll cast Quake and then what is the other thing? It's a hit. And then we have to be careful with punch. The closed fist has a chance to counter on any hit, and people with bad armor, like even Gao, could get crit punched down on a counter, so it can be a little annoying sometimes, and I like taking the extra turn to top him off.
Yeah, that slip hit can, we get that sap on us now, and now it's like, uh-oh. What's going to happen now? We got to be careful for that.
See, that's why we needed that tier 3, because Gao would have been down and out for the rest of the tiers without that heal.
Gotta love the spicy play in here. But Joe going up into tier 2 here also gets it more tricky. We've got Hit, Tiger, Tools, and Magic. Tools we want to take on with an ID to make sure we don't take any massive, grab bomb or diffusers. If we have mute, we're going to cast that on Magic just so we can reduce the life 3 or any magic that comes out of there. And then the next dangerous thing really is Hit there, because once he goes down, he does 10 hits. So I want to make sure we're in the back row and take as least damage as possible. Tiger can be a little dangerous because we have Northern Cross, Southern Cross, and as well.
Yeah, the zombie and the is probably the most dangerous. Particularly, they are notorious for doing that on anyone that has an offering.
And Joe, 2 for 2 on X Zone Gas.
I mean, that's nice.
And here we have Cyclor stepping on 3 switches, and Nobody War stepping on the 3 switches at around the same time here at 119.
Yeah, they really took 3 different paths. They have some build divergence for sure. And I feel like offensively, having that VK knife offering online is like giving them a slight edge. Although Joe has really built Gao to just do max damage per turn.
Oh, never mind. I retract that. Nobody War still has to take on the Rexel fight.
Okay.
Yeah.
They got their thrower over here though, so I think they were going to be in pretty good shape themselves.
Yeah, looks like
okay, so they'll be like a minute behind. Yeah, I mean, you don't need Calmness Protection until you only have one character that can really do damage, and then you definitely do. I don't think anyone's got like a monster party that could survive like their 2 best people going down, but we're seeing the 10 hits now. Ooh. Living on the edge, Drago. Still up though. Yeah, I think Magic is still up, so they pretty much can just send it. Yeah, no weight tricking necessary.
Yeah, get your recovery out there. Get prepared for tier 3 here. We've got Lady and we've got Sleep. Problem with Lady is she absorbs everything, so be careful how much you dart against her.
She'll just go down to one of those throws is gonna down her.
Yeah, unless it low rolls, for one of the 9982s. But she'll cast Pearl Wind to heal both her and Sleep. And then Sleep, you have to worry about once you get down to, what is it, the last 10k health, he counters everything with either Train or Meteo.
Yeah, he's got that break point where he goes into the counter mode where both his attacks change to doing Meteo or Train, and then additionally has a chance to counter with Meteo, which is particularly bad when we get the counter and then they take their regular turn like right after that before we can react. So sometimes we'll see runners kind of like stutter step at a certain point to make sure that they like take the first Meteo from their turn, heal, and then continue. Oh, we did low roll, but Go cleans it up.
Yep. There goes that lane. Now it's just all about Sleep here.
I think so Gloria is climbing faster, but I don't know if they have enough racetrack to catch Joe, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. I get what you're putting down there. It really comes down to how tier 3 treats Joe right now. Getting lucky there on the Whirlwind, only hitting Go. He's not going to spend a whole lot of time trying to heal the party up, but does it anyways.
You're getting Golem up.
Yeah, counting that damage, making sure. I mean, yeah, you can get a Train into Meteo into another Meteo, and then all of a sudden you have to try to recover, maybe use a Revivify on Sleep there. So, I mean, there's still a chance out there for Cycler, but I do agree. Oh, never mind. There's Calmness.
Only one. Didn't even need Golem. See, would have been fine. It always is fine when you have it.
Mm-hmm. Let's go to tier 4. Final Kefka. 60,000 HP for this big boy. Starts off with casting Fallen 1, making everybody at 1 HP, and then gotta do some damage to him before he'll go into Goner phase.
Yes, we can send it turn 1 before he does Fallen 1 because he can't counter before he does that. After that, he will start countering, and then over a certain threshold, we'll start countering with very heavy-hitting moves. And then once he is under 10k, Ultima goes onto the table of the counter moves. So we will try to burst him down during this Goner charge that we'll see, maybe. Probably.
Here comes up follow one. So a great time for a Mega Elixir to be thrown, or Gear 3 come out. Just make sure we can survive. We do have two of them, so I found one in the box and got one from Magimaster. So
He was generous. Okay, seeing hyperdrive.
good night, Tara. And then we have the text box.
Counter charge.
Yep. Well, while the Kefka is shaking here, he cannot counterattack, so this is the time to burst damage out. You gotta be careful.
I don't know, we're not weight tricking through this animation, so I think we're gonna see Goner. Yeah. Whichever one will be up for.
Yeah, don't forget split 4 ways. Which is nice.
I'm just keeping an eye on the other two runners here.
Yeah, Havoc Wing on go. Good night,
here we go. So
double
yeah,
Havoc Wing.
That's rough. After the Goner, they can do 1 or 2 Havoc Wings a turn, and there's like a couple. They can do a Revenger move, which doesn't really seem to do anything. This is the worst possible thing that can be happening, because I think they're gonna do Goner charge next. So we're trying to like get somebody up that can do damage.
Yeah, so the whole thing with the Revenger is that it actually removes all of your buffs. So if you manually cast haste on yourself, guess what? Revenger is gone. But most of the time, we're not having party members that have life 3 on themselves. Blink.
Okay, I think Joe's just going to try to push it with Gao, casting life 3 so they don't have to worry about an ultimate counter. This probably does it though.
Is that? Yep, there it is. We have Joe winning here. GG's Joe, like a 126.52 or 53, I think.
Just right on around their average for the season.
Yeah,
that's a great time to average consistently over 8 different types of seeds, and yeah, get those GGs out there.
Yeah, we'll see if
very well run. They didn't have the, offering Atma weapon multi-hit power, but they definitely showed how to build a thrower to do a ton of damage.
Yep. Yeah, we'll see if we get Joe in here for an interview. While the 2 runners are still working on a teaser. We saw a stunner come out by Terra, doing a good 3,000 to 4,000 damage per person there. Also has a chance to stop that hit.
Yeah, high magic power character with stunner is pretty good.
Yeah, it doesn't really care about being split up either, which is also a nice thing. And with that, with dumb in my ears, we are joined by Judge Joe. GG's, Joe.
Thanks. Hair disappointed with my Kefka Tower play, but overall pretty happy with how I routed the seed.
Yeah, there's definitely a couple of some tough breaks. I would say some unlucky boss scripts in terms of how they were choosing to do their moves and in what order. But I would also say you did a great job of like adjusting to move some equipment around and get through on like the second encounter. So it was some lost time, but definitely a great job reacting and getting through.
I should have known better than to take a pretty much naked Gal as my solo carry through the tower. That's just asking for danger.
Only one question I have here for you, Joe. You would go up in Fanatic's Tower, you find that experience like super early, and then you stick it on Shadow. Why did you stick? We had some thoughts that you were going to make Shadow a jumper. What were your thoughts on putting the experience egg on Shadow there that early?
I mean, I was mostly thinking Terra and Strago in terms of mage, despite the sword tech. Once I thought about sword tech, I chucked it back on Terra, and well, then I realized there was a better option in that gal that showed up. But it was, I don't know what Shadow's going to be doing, but as someone who is not casting spells, who knows, maybe the levels will matter.
Yeah, I think that makes a lot of sense. I think my main question is really like, at what point did you start to feel like that it was like time to really just like step on the gas and go, in terms of, I've got enough power, I just need to like do checks fast.
Pretty much once I had a bit of MP to cast my lores, I was ready to go. And very, very shortly after that, Terra got all the tier 3s, and so I had 2 good characters and felt real comfortable with doing checks. And then Pulte showed up.
Good old spicy chicken. I mean, definitely, heck of a seed in there. I mean, was there ever a thought? I mean, we saw that you did Moblez and, Gogo's check. Was there ever a thought of doing floating continent?
No.
No?
I chose
Okay,
to
then.
fade it. I went to Fanatics. I got the 2 character chain from there. I'm going to do what there's 2 guaranteed checks versus pretty much all Terra's pile, but my next place after Mobliz, if that wasn't a character, was going to be Zozo into Leet. Yeah, Leet feels bad at that point, but also, and at that point it would have been a 2 to 1 odds, but if you fade Floating Continent for that long, if it's hard required, then I made the wrong choice, even though I got Double Thrower from my other choice.
Our remaining 2 runners very close together coming into the final tier. Nobody lost Terra, but Celeste stayed up, who was their Atma weapon offering user.
Yeah, they had Life 3 on. Terra did not, so.
But I feel like I expect Sabin to shred pretty hard on this tier with their Valiant Knife offering quick. Yeah, that was the Floating Continent character.
Neat. I'm noticing a lack of throw on these people.
Who could use the VK, so the other 2 found offense in other ways, and got Gao pretty late, I would say.
Yeah. Any other thoughts on the seed there, Joe?
Pretty solid overall. Considering I would have had to refight Rexel, and I mean, a tier 4 wipe is always nasty, I got nervous there with what happened in tier 4. That was not clean. Havoc Wing! Oh.
There were a lot of Havoc Wing.
Oh, God. Like, he said 4 people are dying.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who's gonna win here.
Yeah,
There's a lot of sending going on. Oh,
here comes Cyclor.
GG's. Thank you guys for doing commentary. I'm sure it'll be a lot of fun. I'll get going now so that these 2 can head on in. GG's to both of them.
GG's once again, Joe. Heck of a race. Congratulations on your first place in Ultros League season.
Thank you. Always a pleasure to race.
Yeah, very close.
There goes down Nobody War right after Cyclor. Like, has some
let's get those
spice going on.
Get those GGs out there for sure. And I think we're gonna get them in. Get them in the booth with us.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Welcome to Nobody War and Cyclor. GG's. Heck of a race.
We like to keep it close in this division. Oh, some stuff right there. I tell you what.
Wow.
I mean, all three of you had some major divergence throughout everything. I know both of you decided to do floating continents, so you got your Sabins. How'd you feel when he was able to equip the VK?
Ew.
I giggled. That was, yes, that's the dream, right? Sabin, VK.
Yeah, at that point, it's just trying to find an offering.
Yeah, exactly.
Hold on, I gotta go back. Can the Yeti use it? Resets. Hold on.
I missed Yeti. Oh man.
Hold on.
Yeah,
Hold on here.
You weren't getting Yeti. Yeti was
Wow.
Yeti was at Magitech Factory.
Oh
Get
yeah.
out
Yeah.
of here.
Oh well. I guess a seed without Yeti is still a good seed.
Oh, what a G. He can use it.
All
Oh my gosh. This is
right,
amazing.
we're gonna re-roll this and play over now. Everyone get Yeti right
no
away.
kidding. We gotta start over.
So, out of the two of you right now, I think you both did Kefka and Narsh. Now, the one thing I want to bring up is nobody. How did you feel about doing a two-person party against tentacles?
Yeah, that scared the hell out of me. Like I knew the party was good, but that fight's probably the worst fight you want to see there with two people early levels. I prayed to RNGesus and he like blessed me with consumables early, so I was able to squeeze through.
Yeah, we were talking about it in the booth, going, "What's the worst fight that could possibly happen here?" Fritz is like, "I ain't saying it. I ain't saying it." I'm like, "I'll say it."
Yeah, it was like there was a couple elixirs and like a few early X potions, like just totally saved me.
I feel so much better about not doing that check now.
It was all for a Minerva.
Yeah, I was dead. What a shame.
Ow.
Yeah, I guess my only question for both of you is just like, I don't know, reflecting back, do you have any favorite moments from the season you might want to share?
Say coming in about 7 seconds ahead of Nobody War tonight was pretty good for me. Because I've been chasing him all season long, and I've just not. Nope. Just was my one goal is I beat Nobody once, and oh
Man, congrats on that. Yeah, this season felt different. The past two, I kind of like, kind of just felt like I was struggling. Like, I know what I'm doing, but things just weren't falling together. Like RNG was really like on my shoulder, holding me down. This season, it was like a bunch of strong weapons, and it played to my strong suit of just holding the A button, and everything went well. I can't complain, to be honest with you. The season was great.
yeah, we did have a lot of power all season long, didn't we?
It was
Wow.
really good. It was really good. I don't know what to think. Like I'm just I don't want to say anything because
That's fair. That's fair.
You don't want to jinx it for next season.
Could have been more Yeti.
we had the kid a lot. We had some gals. We had, you know what? I play a lot to like the sides of the tracker. We had some like heavy right side seeds, and the heavy left side seeds that we got, they were beautiful. But like those right side ones, it was still all good though. So you can't complain.
I just saw the scoreboard, and this is the most competitive division of the Worlds Collide or Ultras League that I've been in. I mean, even though I'm like at the bottom of the list, I mean, like mid-season, I felt like I was still in it, which was a nice change of pace. But yeah, just how tight those scores were up until really last week. kind of amazing.
Yeah, there was like big swings from week to week.
Yeah. Close times and everything.
I'm trying to think of anything else that majorly happened as as some big divergence. I mean, I guess to say nobody you actually decided to fully complete Magitech. Was that just with a character, the check at the end for the skip,
Yeah, I needed
or...
that last Esper, and then it ended up being my guy. So it's like, oh, we're going up there. I don't want. It was, who was it up there? Mog, or it was Mog Strago? Somebody was like,
It was Mog sitting there
Yeah.
in Mara's cave.
yeah, Strago. What a guy.
I don't really have anything else for y'all, unless you got something else there, Fritz.
No, I think we can wrap things up. I want to thank definitely all of the runners for putting on an exciting show, showing off different offenses and pass through the same seed. And it was close to the end, and that's what we love to see in a race. So thanks for volunteering to be on the restream. Can't do that without the racers. I want to thank our tracker, and also for jumping in the beginning when I couldn't hear anything. Gratham on tracker/comms, and also co-commentator Tibble 2010. I'll let you take us out.
Yeah, I mean, it's great. Make sure you follow these runners. Follow the restreamer of Joker's Mage. I mean, yeah, we have the runners, but he puts it all together. Our tracker, I can remember the name, Gretham, and then as well, my co-counterone Free Fritz. But as well, stay tuned tomorrow. Actually, here on the Worlds Collide channel, we have another race for you, starting at 7 Eastern, and this is for another Ultros League. It's Potion B. And I'm in Potion A. I got my teams mixed up. It's my team. I'm racing tomorrow, actually. So Potion A tomorrow at 7 Eastern on the Worlds Collide channel. Be sure to check it out. It's going to be a pretty spicy race. So then we got Flurry 14, and we've got Physics Shebang in that one. So there's just been a lot of stuff going on with Ultros League, so definitely check it in for this last week here. All these hype runners. You got anything else there, Fritz?
No, yeah, definitely check that out, and hope everyone has a great evening, and catch you all later.